Hello friends, this is Cold Run back with Final Fantasy Type-0, and before we get started, and dive into Chapter 7, I wanted to talk about my plans for after this game is over. The main thing is the next thing I plan to do is do a New Game Plus version, where I try to make at least a reasonable attempt at the stuff I missed. And so like I'll try to grind up to whatever level is appropriate. I assume that a lot of the stuff is in the 50s and 60s, so I'll probably try to grind up to at least there. I don't know how the best way to do that is, so if you have tips once I get to that point, I'll definitely be open to hearing that. And the other thing is I don't plan to do it as a full playthrough. I plan to do it mostly as clips where I start recording on stuff that I haven't done before, like so just the New Game Plus stuff. Maybe intercutting with like as I discover new combat things, that sort of thing. So that's my plan, but I'm open to feedback, so let me know if you have any particular preferences one way or the other on how that goes. Let's go jump into Chapter 7 beginning. God, that last one was, Chapter 6, 5, and 6 was something else.
Of the crystal, the endless battle.
Tem 25, 842.
Not only were the realms of Milites and Concordia crippled by heavy casualties
Rubrum too, probably.
in the Battle of Big Bridge, their soldiers suffered an emotional blow as well. Troops from both countries came to fear the Eidolon. Although inferior from the onset in military skills, Rubrum began overwhelming the Militesi Concordian coalition.
So not even really, no real worry about Rubrum's losses here.
Upon the opportunity,
relatively.
The Consortium of Eight ordered strikes against the capital cities of both Milites and Concordia.
Holy shit. So we're now on the offensive.
I believe many of you are meeting me for the first time. My name is Miatsk. I am the Cadet Master. I have come here today with a message for Class 0. I thought of assigning you a new commander, but with the uniqueness of your class, I'm going to leave things as they are. I have two campaigns for you. The capture of the Concordian capital, then the Militesi capital. First,
oh, just those two.
You will take down the Azure Dragon in Concordia. Mogul, I leave the rest to you.
This is the most responsibility one Moogle has ever had in Final Fantasy. To lead an assault against Concordia, a city.
So what did that mean?
City-state.
Basically, it meant nothing's changed.
Where's Machina?
So what do we do about our campaign briefings?
Leave that to me, Kubo.
Oh, you're going to take over the classes.
Yeah. We'd be in a jam without our campaign briefings. I just said I'd do it, Kubo.
Well, maybe we can ask the tribunes when we get
No,
there.
Moglin, it's okay.
But
We'll still get mission orders from above. So maybe we just need to keep an eye on our comms.
Are they trolling? They've got to be trolling him.
Cheer up.
Yeah.
You were joking.
That's right. We're counting on your direction on missions.
Yeah, that's a fucked up way to undermine a new leader.
you two are good to me, Kubo.
That's actually pretty funny, though. I don't mind it. It's pretty gentle teasing. 7 days and 12 hours until the next mission. Holy shit. Upcoming level 34 mission. So where are we at with our party? Oh, we can't see from here, but I think we're... Oh, no, we can. So, yeah, so we're doing okay, but we have a little ways to go. I'll try to be better in the, like, about even off-screen. Like, because right now this is, like, I usually play about 3 days a week, and so I'll try to be better about using the interim days to switch up the secret training. How are you doing, Tomberry? Oh, god, you must be you were like Karasame's bestie. Land 30 kill site, break site strikes, and report back to Karasame's Tonberry. Human or beast, the target doesn't matter. Just monitor the enemy's movements, put your train to good use. Got it. We're reading his body language. Okay, let's go through the lectures here. Shut up, they're dating? No way. Yeah, wait, at least that's what I heard through the grapevine. I give it 3 days. Oh, shit. Slice is negative. Tonberry says it's time to study. Hey, you can't do that. You don't even speak Tonberryese. You can't fool me, Kingaling. Okay. Kingaling is now officially King's name. I friggin' love Kingaling as a name. Did that say... I just clicked through that. How much experience was that? Holy shit. That was a lot of experience we just got. Increase the power of all magic. Absolutely. Okay, so this is the same thing. Oh, I forgot to check it again. Okay. Maybe I should have. Maybe it was going to change. Tonberry. That's like an essay from the Tonberry. What's the deal with the green pipsqueak? That huge knife and that dead stare creeping up. Apparently this Tonberry used to belong to a late CEO. The administrator trusted the letter of treatment, so I told her to look after him. The dude, I know less of Tonberry as a threat. Really? Have you ever met a Tonberry before? Before this one? Also, I wonder if Tonberry remembers Karasame, or if the Tonberry is impacted by the same forgetfulness that affects everyone else. So we only got the experience boost from the first one that we did, or whatever that one was. Okay, magic enhancement 2. Yeah, let's do it. Well, I appreciate having so much extra time to study. I feel like class is the same with the commander. How do you remember the commander? I think class actually used to be kind of fun. I guess vague memories. Maybe your old CO wasn't half bad after all. Oh, gosh. Maybe he was, but I'm to the point talking about what's his face. We can't remember his name, yo. That's right. I'm sure that whatever CO wouldn't like a slack and let's get back to work, will we? They're trying. I mean, they're trying to honor his memory, but... It's not even like reading someone in a history book. It's like hearing that... It's not even like having, like, reading a history book about it. It's like hearing that the CO was in a history book. You haven't read it, but you know he's there. He was probably important, but you don't know any of the details. Ah, so rough. How you doing? If we defeat the Empire, Ari will finally be able to come home, won't she? I mean, I hope. I have no idea. Can we sell any weapons? You probably sell this, right? Yeah, anything that's attack 5, I think we can dump, right? This is like the, what do you call it, the Devils. I think most of these things are 8 even. 8 or below we can dump, because if they're using them, then we can't see it, right? Okay, so like you could almost get this rhythm to sound like Devil's Lab, that song from the Magitech Factory in Final Fantasy VI. Dun 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 dun. Okay, I'll stop. Magicite Prime. Let me keep that. I actually don't remember if that's better or not. Magicite Prime, that was a bolt gun, I think? Platinum Rapiers. What was Magicite Prime? Is that a queen weapon? What was that? Oh, it's a gun. Attack by 10 or all magic by 1. Let's stick with Let's just go with the let's keep the M-Tech 2 blaster. Okay. Yeah, let's check in around here.
Feeling good?
The whole slack off and do as little work as possible bit is kind of my thing. I get that imitation is the highest form of flattery, but it still doesn't really seem like something Machina would do. Yeah, it's starting to feel. I'm starting to be concerned about Machina. I'm already concerned, but I'm more concerned now. I really thought he was going to come back for the fight, but the fact that he didn't makes me worry if something happened to him or if he's just deserted to say, like, fuck all this. I guess he shouldn't push himself if he's still bummed about his brother, but he could at least do us a favor and let us know next time he's going to flake on a mission. I hear you. I actually do hear. I mean, it's a weird way to talk about someone's brother, but I actually do hear you on that. What has become the responsible, upstanding Machina we once knew? He's returned in body. His mind appears to remain elsewhere. Has he returned in body? Where is his body?
How may I enlighten you?
Perhaps he's still grieving the death of his brother. Should that be the case, however, he must take pains to move on. All of us have suffered losses, but we must press onward nevertheless. Boy, I was thinking about if the military in real life could do that forgetfulness thing, could enforce that, so you only remember like the general points of people who died in combat. Boy, I think they would jump on that shit. I think they would do that immediately. They would get the benefits of like people wanting to make noble sacrifices without like any of the grieving at the end of it.
Hey.
Some dystopian shit right here. Slice. So Machina's back and he's in just as sour as a mood as ever. I think he's upset we didn't throw a homecoming parade to honor his truancy. So he is actually back here. Okay.
What's up?
Never pegged him as the kind of guy that neglect his responsibilities like that, but I guess no insecure wannabe is perfect. Holy shit, Sice. Brutal. She's reaping she's like, yeah, she's a reaper, no doubt. Sink, I feel like I haven't seen Maki in ages. He didn't even come over to say, hey, Sinky, I'm home. Is that something he usually does?
Can I help you?
I may not be a super duper good student like Queenie or Sevensy, but I know you get a big frowny face for not showing up on missions. That's true. You do get a big frowny face for that. How you doing, Rem? You must have seen Machina since he's back.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Sorry, the wind just caught my death flag.
You're so worried about Machina that you haven't been eating, right?
Has no one else noticed her
No,
constantly
I'm not
coughing?
worried. But Machina has changed.
Really? Well, you'd know watching him all the time.
Ooh.
I do not. But don't you think he seems different since we got back from Milites?
Hmm? What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing.
Just don't make Rem worry too much, is all.
What was that?
Don't touch me for no reason.
Machina?
Is he an imposter?
You...
Hold it.
Did he just smack her?
Ourselves won't help
Did he just smack Rem? Or Sinky?
Let's go.
And I'll be the one to protect Rem. I don't need help from any of you.
What?
Cater.
Or Cater, not Sinky.
Have it your way.
Machina?
It's okay. I'll protect you, Rem. The Dominion. Orius. I'll protect it all myself.
Are you going to be the final boss, Machina?
I'm not going to lose anyone else.
No, you're not, but... I mean, no, I don't think you're going to be the final boss, actually. But... Hold on, what does a Phoenix Pinion do? Could I have been reviving my characters this whole time? Grants re-raise to her. Okay, no, you can't. You can preemptively grant it, but you can't grant it after the fact. Phoenix stamp. Boy, do I feel like a Dunkus McGee right now. Holy shit. Do you see what I'm seeing? I could have been Phoenix Downing my parties. I could have been... Here's a question. Do the items and equipment I get carry over to New Game Plus? Like, because then in that case I won't feel so bad about forgetting that Phoenix Down was a thing. Like, how to use it. The item system in this game is not conducive to casual use, but even so, like, I should have known that. Also, how do I, because I kind of want to see what the summerwear looks like. I feel like I've had it for so long and I just haven't used it. Can I... Can't do it from there. Let me talk to her once more.
Can I help you?
I was relieved to see Machina back at Akademia, but he looked so tuckered. So here's my guess. I don't think he's an imposter. I think instead that Machina is just like, he went out, he got himself together, had a think, and decided that he's going to come back. He's not going to run away from it. He's going to be like the mole on the inside. He's not going to be on Team Class 0. He's going to be Team Protect Rem no matter what. Fuck everyone. Wonder what might be the matter. Usually I can tell exactly what's bothering him, but I'm at a total loss now. So before I'm going to go out to the little garden cemetery area back there. But first I want to see how the summer thing works. No, we'll leave off Kingling for the moment. Armaments? That's how. Okay, here we are. We're gonna go through these. Let's see what we got here. King, what's your summerwear like? Oh, he's got like a sailor suit. That's friggin' adorable. That's great. It's like summerwear, but I was worried that it was going to be like a bikini or something. Like super exploitative, and I would be like, I don't know. I'd show up with like, I'd go to Cater's summerwear, and the FBI would start knocking on my door. But it looks like that's not the case. Oh wait, not everyone has this. So who actually has this? Trey, Sync, 8-9, we'll do next. Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. That's really cool. It's summer, but it's still like, it's not ridiculous. It's not Beach AU. It's not the beach episode. Sync. Yeah, gorgeous, adorable. What else? It was 8, right? Yeah, no jacket for 8. I guess he's a pugilist, a monk. He's a puncher. And then what was it? Jack, Queen. I don't think Jack had it. Yeah. So it was Ace, Queen, Ace, Rem, and Machina. Fantastic. Just like, okay, yep, these are great. These are all great. These are all great. And each of them has its own style too. Like they'll have their own way of, like, he's got a little book bag. I think it's a book bag, right? It's like a bag that holds exactly one book. Or is this something that holds cards? It looks like a book bag. It looks like a one book bag. Is that an actual thing in Japan? He's still got the Dracula cape. I know, I dislike his summerwear. It looks, I don't know, it looks weird. Looks like a chef's apron, but with how long it is. What about Rem? Fantastic. What's that on her right hip? Is that like a ribbon? It's like a bow. Yeah, it's like a decorative ribbon thing. Very cool. Okay. Let's stick as... You know what? Let's go as Oh, no, yeah, let's go as Kingaling for now. We're going to start with Kingaling. Oh, no, I already got the task from you. So we're going to start with the back guard. Oh, one more question. 7 days is a long time. Should I be... I want to say it. At this point, with so much time to go, is it worth going back to old cities that I've already visited, or is that like kind of done at this point? Like, are there going to be new? Should I expect new quests in old cities, or my inclination is not to go back; is just check out the new places that opened up. But are there new places? Is there new stuff to do in the old places that I should do, like go world tour of where I've been already? Moglin thinks he could play hooky while we're out on a huge mission and show up here like nothing happened. He ain't getting off the hook that easily, yo.
You eat yet?
You don't think he's still hung up about his brother getting killed, do you? He's just got to learn to live and let die, yo. He's right over there, dude. Like... Ugh. 9, I like you sometimes, but that was not one of those times.
Leave me alone.
Feel so lost. Maybe I was afraid. Yeah, maybe I was afraid of failing to protect her. Maybe I was afraid of losing her, of losing my memories of her. God, how much harder would you fight to keep someone alive if you knew that when they died you'd lose all memories of that person? That must be it. I was afraid of living without her, afraid of living a lonely, empty life without her, I think. Maybe. I don't even know anymore, so he's questioning even that. And he's gone.
Man, Queen told us to come here, but why should I visit a guy's grave when I don't even know him?
Well, he was our commanding officer, I guess.
But I'm not sad, just empty.
I looked him up.
Poetic.
According to the records, he was kind of a jerk. When they accused us of assassinating the Queen, he didn't even do anything to try and help us.
Yeah, when we escaped Milites, we were completely on our own.
I don't know what he was like as a commander, but I think Mother really is the only one we can trust.
I hate that.
Go. Nine, what's wrong?
I just feel like I'm forgetting something really important. Like, I really shouldn't be acting like this.
What?
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know.
There's no point worrying about it. Let's go.
Yeah.
What was that about? Phoenix opinion. Oh, I shouldn't be acting like this. Was he... When you lose your memories when someone dies, you know that whole saying about like history is written by the conquerors, or that's got to be true to the power of 10 in a world where you don't remember the dead. Like whoever writes the books, whoever writes the history, whoever tells the history has so much more power in this world, even compared to our own, where it's a considerable amount of power. What was that acting thing about? Was he saying, like, it could have been a hint at some greater identity thing? Here's what I think, though. I think it's just a hint that he was being around, because you don't remember the person, but sometimes you remember things they influenced, maybe things they impacted. So, like, maybe Karasume was always telling him to, like, shape up and not be such a slacker, and so being around Karasume's body, like around his grave, even though 9 didn't actually remember Karasume, maybe he still had a vague inkling, like I should straighten up and fly right. Maybe it's that sort of thing. Yeah, let's go here. Alta Crystarium. I really like King Aling's mullet, by the way. Queen? Yeah. I know you aren't the studious type. Really? I thought King was pretty studious. Considering how long we've been harvesting Phantoma, surely you understand what exactly it is we've been collecting, don't you? Is it like their souls or their spirits? As you undoubtedly already know, Phantoma is the source of our magic faculties, but it may also be considered the source of human life. Everyone in this world, every magic user is a friggin' necromancer. In other words, Phantoma is, you simply put it, it's rather complicated, but Phantoma is human souls. That is life itself. Yep, everyone here is a necromancer. We're all canonically necromancers. Scarcely a handful of people in the Dominion are aware of Phantoma's existence, and even then, only a select few high-ranking sorcery officials are privy to details on the matter. We, Class 0, are the only ones capable of harvesting Phantoma in the battlefield, really? And according to Mother, she has no intention of divulging the particulars to Rem and Machina. God, fuck Mother. Fuck Mother. She is going to be the villain. She's 100, not 100%. I think there's a 98%, 97% chance that she's going to end up being like the villain or one of the side villains. Because I still think, the thing we saw in the beginning, Nox Suzaku, may end up being like the big bad, but I think it's going to be like the big bad, and like it's going to be the Necron to Mother's Kudra. That's my guess. Honestly, do you believe two cadets are as kind-hearted as they are would be willing to knowingly extract human souls? I, for one, am rather skeptical. I guess, but are you telling me that, Sink and Cater are just, frolicking through the fields collecting human souls and they're happy about it? I don't think Machina Machina is different, but I don't think Rem would have any more problems with that than the rest. In that sense, we have no choice but to make sure they remain uninformed. This is a sure way to build trust with Machina. We must not allow their consciences to impede Mother's research. Friggin' Mother.
Why not take a break every now and then?
We have a duty fulfills Class 0. Alright, what do we got as far as... You know what? I'm going to hold off until the end on the Alto Crystarium. If I don't remember, please remind me to come back to this. I want to hold on to my Phantoma in case there's a task I come across later that has me turn them in, so I don't have to farm it again. So I'll do that at the end, after I've done the main tasks here, or seen what the main tasks are. Got some knowing tags. 5 knowing tags. Got a potion. That's it. Maybe there's an achievement you get if you collect all the knowing tags. It's weird that I only got 1 potion for turning 5 of them in. Unless I got 5 potions and it was just explained to me badly with the interface. Feels like war is just a competition to see who can score the highest kill count. It really does. Ooh, installed Final Fantasy XIV version 9.16. Okay, that's right, there was maintenance yesterday. While they're murdering tons of innocent people, though it's hard to say the one with the most actually wins. Yeah, with all the deaths, there's got to be, we've got to just be seeing a small number of the people here. This is gonna, each person here's got to represent, 100 or 200 or 1,000 people for the kind of casualty numbers we've been seeing to not leave a deserted town. What do you say, friend? If they've all lost the will to fight, why don't they just surrender? That seems like the best solution for everyone. Yeah, what are we going to be like as conquerors when we own their cities? I don't know. If I had known summoning the verboten Eidolon would wreak such incredible damage upon our own legions, I might have opposed its usage. Did it wreak incredible damage on our own legions? I know there was the Bahamut squad sacrificed themselves, but plus Karasume, but what was that really? Is this how many of our people did it actually hit? Probably a lot. Actually, probably a lot. I absolutely would have objected. Did they truly believe a victory over the Empire justifies the mass execution of our own men and women? You get into calculator territory. It becomes this is, I imagine, the same conversations were had around in the White House when Truman was deciding whether to drop the bombs at the end of World War II. Fortunately, but it wasn't an immediate thing. I don't know if they're saying so many were. No, I guess it wasn't an immediate thing. It was saying if we don't do this, we'll lose all these people on our own side. No, it's different. It's different. Unfortunately, that's justification enough. All the top brass care about is winning. They've forgotten all about the brave souls who sacrificed their lives for the Dominion. Yeah, that doesn't. I forget that. I was thinking of cutting it out even, but I won't. Yeah, I don't think that analogy applies. Can I go into the other classrooms yet? No. The number of casualties we've amassed is quite alarming, frankly. These halls feel so much emptier than when this war first began. So they do notice it. Doesn't seem to bother the brass much. Even if they have no regard for the value of human lives, they ought to at least realize that they're dealing with a limited resource. Agreed. Even if they don't care or have empathy, like, they only have so many soldiers that'll help them win. No wonder you two are still trainees. You don't have the resolve it takes to be a cadet. Oh, fuck off. Okay, this game feels very similar to Tactics in terms of the serious tone it has and the way it treats human life. Now, Tactics Advance is my favorite of the Tactics games by far, and one of my favorite Final Fantasy games, but even though I don't enjoy Tactics as much personally, I really respect the tone that it kept up and the themes that it kept up. And this feels like it's almost both in the large number of people that you get to play as and the large party number and some of those themes and the seriousness with which it treats those. I almost feel like Type-0 is a spiritual successor to Tactics in some ways. All the wyverns in the kingdom have apparently converged upon the Concordian capital. They must realize that the end is near. Oh. Boy, this doesn't feel great right now to be on Team Rubrum. If we beat the Empire to a pulp now, there's no way any one of them will ever think to set foot on Dominion's soil ever again. I mean, are we thinking of pulling, like, by way I mean the brass, is the brass thinking of pulling a Lorica, like just trying to obliterate the Milites, the Empire? I went into a panic when I heard your entire class had been eliminated. Oh, thank you. Oh no, they were talking to each other, not to me. Still. Every one of our transmissions went dead all of a sudden, so we were sure the Empire had annihilated you guys. How do you think the Concordians managed to control those dragons of theirs? Do you think I could do it too? No, I don't. Okay, it's a language. Only the most skilled Dracommunicators have the privilege of overseeing the kingdom's wyvern units. Yeah, it's got to be like just walking a dog, but like a dog trainer, but the dogs are bigger and they probably hurts when they bite more. Take a look at this right here. This section explains why the administration originally decided to steal away the verboten eidolons. After personally witnessing the destruction these monsters are capable, yeah, I can understand why they'd forbid their use. But the record is quite old. Do you think they had even attempted to summon a verboten eidolon by the time this was written, or did they outlaw their use simply based on hypotheses? I think they used it. I think it's been used before. When they announced my class had been wiped out at Big Bridge, I couldn't believe my ears. For a second I wondered if I had actually died without realizing it. Oof. Thank the crystal you didn't, though. The announcement sent the Dominion forces into an uproar. I understand that Central Command must have been worried, but they acted too hastily, so people are... I'm surprised by how many people are against the summoning of the verboten eidolon. Verboten eidolon. Can't wait for this war to be over. I just want to go home. And this is even without the memories of all the... of the people they lost. Without the, like, in their heart memories of them. Can you believe someone misreported that the entire Empire annihilated Class 2nd at Big Bridge? How could someone make such a huge mistake? We're only human, so mistakes will happen. Just glad it wasn't true. Is this real? What if it was... No, this is getting too weird. I was going to say, what if it turns out that Class 2nd actually was annihilated and there's some weird memory shift going on, like they put some of their memories into like new cadets, but no, that's a little bit complicated, convoluted without a lot of proof. It's more likely that was just a mistake. After everything that's happened over the last few months, I feel like I've had enough excitement for a couple lifetimes. Yeah. Yeah. Let's check out Central Command. The assholes in Central Command. It's said that all those foolish enough to enter the Forest of Perdition are cursed to never leave. Holy shit. If you can find your way into the mist, there must be a way out. The Forest of Perdition. It's not a great sound. Intel spotted an Imperial squadron in the snowy mountains near Setme. We deployed one of our units to handle the situation, but we have unfortunately lost contact with them. So this is hinting at stuff I'll be able to explore now, at least, I think. You expect me to believe that you've actually seen the fabled Noxuzaku. Didn't you say that before? Is that the same dialogue? Anything new here? Nothing I want to spend SPP on just yet.
Good work.
The Kingdom's Final Hours is the next mission. Are we really coming close to the end game? No, I don't think that close. I mean, at the very least, this will be the... Even if I'm wrong, in that, because 10, I guess there would just be 10 chapters, because 10's a round number. Even if I'm wrong, there will at least be one more chapter after the Concordia battle for Milites. Yeah, so I think there's at least 2 chapters left, if not more.
Can I help you?
The name's Shijima, but you probably already knew that already. Class 0? I've heard the name. I hope you weren't expecting special treatment, though, because you won't be getting any from me. I don't want to keep talking to you, but I will. Everyone's been making a huge fuss about you being heroes or Agato or whatever, but all that means a big fat nothing to me. All those titles are just worthless words. Probably feels nice to be the talk of the town, but don't let it go to your head. Those people will turn on you in a second and start blaming you for regicides you never committed. I mean, they already have. It doesn't... What? This feels like it should have been dialogue could have come before the whole Concordia Queen framing for assassination thing. I don't want you to lose sight of who you are. Don't be fooled by all that sweet talk and you kids will be alright. Okay. Yep. I think you're... I like you, Shijima. Were you in the... I mean, that was so specific for something we already experienced and you were treating it like a prediction. Weird. Makina seems so down lately, and all his former classmates are worried sick about him, Kupo. What in Oriens are you class not cadets doing to him, Kupo? I think it's more the people in this room rather than us. We lost so many cadets in our recent operations. There are rumors the administration may begin promoting trainees to fill the gaps, but I worry some kids may not be ready to serve. I don't know. What's wrong with child soldiers, right? I don't see any harm. What's your task going to be? Defeat Onkegs and Old Lorica. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Probably. I'll definitely do that later. For now, I think I'm going to wrap up this session and head to secret training. Again, I'm going to try to check in on this every day or so, so that I spread the experience out a little bit more evenly in the lead up to the next quest. Dive. Okay, so who needs training? Everyone's like 32 now. That's really good. Okay. Let's give it to Sinky. And next time also, because I think I probably have a bunch of things I've earned. Yeah, a bunch of AP I've earned, so I'll do that next time too. 29 for Moglin. Holy shit. Oh, right, because he gets all the stuff that... Okay, good. Oh, Sinky and Summerwear is adorable. Friggin' adorable. Okay. We'll save here, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Alright, bye.